I wanted to make a video highlighting my favorite moments from the Republican National Convention, but that video was going to be over 30 minutes long. So I decided to just break it up, and we're going to take these things one by one. I may not get to all of them, but in this video I just want to talk to you about something that happened not on stage at the convention last week, but rather in the course of MSNBC's coverage of the convention. On Thursday night, after Jeb Bush's speech, a heated exchange broke out amongst several of the talking heads covering the convention on MSNBC. Here's Chris Matthews.
I think it's one thing the two parties could agree on. In principle, how we deal with the teachers union is a problem, especially a problem for the Democratic Party. I live in Washington, D.C. I have to say, Randy Weingarten has not done a good job for our city. We have got a mayor who is not a good mayor. We've lost the best superintendent we've ever had of education. And I think the school teachers have to explain that. So I think this is something we can argue about. But I think Jeb Bush made a very powerful statement on behalf of quality education tonight.
Now, what Chris Matthews said there was spot on. He made some very good points, and that understandably ruffled some feathers amongst the other talking heads, in particular, Ed Schultz.
Chris, say if the 6 governors that were elected in 2010 have clearly gotten together and attacked public education and cut no less than $800 million up to $1 billion in Wisconsin out of education and run a lot of good educators out of the business because they thought they were getting paid too much. They attacked their benefits, they attacked their days off, they attacked their training. I mean, attacking teachers is the philosophy of how to make things better in America when it comes to the Republicans.
Now, that last line about attacking teachers was a lie so blatant that even Chris Matthews wouldn't let him get away with it. Here's what followed.
I find it interesting that Mr.
Ed, nobody attacked teachers. No one attacked teachers.
No, they are, Chris. They're going after how much money they make. They're going after
teachers. Who did that? Jeb Bush, if you listen, just came out for higher pay for teachers.
No. You listen here, Chris Matthews. Don't you go polluting this fine propaganda outfit that we've been working so hard to keep going with your truth and reality. You make me sick. All right, that's my Ed Schultz impression for the day. But let's hear what Al Sharpton had to say about this.
Chris, in all fairness, the 10-year reform that we've seen in New Jersey that was praised by Chris Christie was negotiated by Randy Weingarten and the teachers union. I think when we see what this President Obama has done is exactly what you said about bipartisan. He got Newt Gingrich and I to go on a 5-city tour to talk about their education as a civil right. So I think this is something we can come together on. But there are those that want to privatize education for personal gain that are not concerned about the students. I think what Jeb Bush is doing in Florida can be studied, but I think there's some that have taken that way over the line to privatization and union busting. There's a difference between union busting and privatization and education reform. That's education deform using really trying to do on a political agenda.
I have to tell you, there are a lot of people in tough neighborhoods, especially, who will jump at any chance for an opportunity scholarship, any chance for a better education for their children than the local public school.
What happens to the children in that neighborhood? What about the other
every time there's an opportunity, they jump for it because they want a better life for their children.
But what about the other children?
Scholarships.
But why do we have to select some children and leave others? Why don't we build a system that all children, government's job is not for some children to get out, it's to lift everybody up.
It's where is the Republican Party on education? That's the question.
Through opportunity and competition, not by stifling the hopes of kids in terrible neighborhoods, putting them in terrible schools. And there's not a person watching right now who doesn't want his or her child to go to the best possible school. And so the idea of holding them back is not going to win.
Chris, I come out of those neighborhoods. I don't want to be the left in the neighborhood. You can't talk about choice, and you know you're only talking about a certain pool or a small percentage will have a choice. That is not a choice. That is saying we're going to take some tokens out and not do real education problem.
I don't think you'd call a kid who applied for a scholarship a token. I'd call that a merit, a kid who won a merit and opportunity for a better education.
Can I say this?
Okay. I decided it would be more effective to just play that whole clip without interrupting. But two things. One, who are these mythical people Al Sharpton referred to who want to privatize education for personal gain? I've never heard of anybody who wants to do that. First of all, what does it even mean to privatize education? Does that mean to have no public schools? I don't know what he was talking about there. But the second thing is what Ed Schultz said.
Where is the Republican Party on education?
That's the question? Did you even listen to Jeb Bush's speech, Ed? Apparently you didn't, because you said a bunch of other stupid crap in the course of this that I didn't even play for you in this video. I mean, it's like these people prepare their talking points and they don't even listen to what transpires or watch what transpires. They just wait for someone to finish their address so that they can run down their list of prepared talking points. Anyway, I did want to also call attention to something that Chris Hayes, who is a person on MSNBC, said in the course of this whole debate.
What's striking to me is this equality of opportunity rhetoric is what we hear about this, right? America offers equality of opportunity, not equality of outcome. As equality of outcome expands massively in America, right, inequality is growing, we put more and more pressure. We say to the only institution in American life that is supposed to fix the inequality is the education system. Right. And the inequality grows and grows and grows, and we say the education system do more and more and more and more to fix it. If you are committed to equality of opportunity, as Bush and the Republican Party say they are, then how does cutting S-chip, cutting Medicaid, cutting food stamps for kids, cutting the entire universe of redistributive services for those kids provide equality of opportunity?
All right.
Did you catch that? He used the term redistributive services. And I believe he was being genuine there. I believe that he was expressing what he actually believes. He spoke of redistributive services in the context of saying these are the programs that are supposed to provide equality of opportunity. Yet, in acknowledging that this is how he sees them, the programs he listed, S-chip, Medicaid, he sees these as redistributive services. These are not programs, in his view, designed to give people a leg up or to help those who truly cannot help themselves. These are remedial programs designed to address not the equality of opportunity problem that we've been arguing about, but the inequality of outcomes. This is a point for another video, but I do want to thank Chris Matthews for setting this whole conversation and discussion and exchange in motion so that we could actually get that blatant acknowledgement from Chris Hayes, which is, I'm sure, representative of what a lot of other progressives think. I think that's about all. But I do want to thank you, Chris Matthews, and we've made fun of you in the past here at rightwinggenius.com, but doggone it, you were spot on, you were right on the money in that segment, and you exposed the asininity of your colleagues there at the network, and I tip my hat to you, sir. If you made more intelligent, lucid, sensible points like that instead of this crap,
That cheap shot about, I don't have a problem with my birth certificate, was awful. It is an embarrassment to your party to play that card. This stuff about getting rid of the work requirement for health for welfare is dishonest. Everyone's pointed out it's dishonest. And you are playing that little card there. And you can play your games and giggle about it. But the fact is your side is playing that card. Okay, well, when you start talking about work requirements, you know what game you're playing. And everybody knows what game you're playing. It's a race card. And this thing about birth, yeah, if your name's Romney, yeah, you were well born, you went to prep school, yeah, brag about it. And this guy has an African name and he's got to live with it.
Then you'd get a lot more respect and adulation from rational, independent-minded people like myself instead of those ignorant yahoos at the bar or pub or wherever it was you filmed that segment with Reince Priebus. Okay, that's all for now. do check out my blog. I've got an article up there recapping the Republican National Convention. We'll be covering the Democratic National Convention, obviously, this week in Charlotte. And follow me on Twitter, @RightWingGenius. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't mess with the right-wing genius.